Welcome, my friends. This is Maniacal Incorporated, continuing on with my Frankie Donovan run, building an Irish and Irish-American gang. We added to our cohort last episode. Eddie Callahan joined us. But we have temporarily lost, I was going to say Dale Mahan, Clyde Malone. I always get the two of them mixed up for some reason. And I've never actually hired Dale Mahan, which makes things worse. Clyde got himself injured. He's out for 88 days, so I think it could be the start of next year before we get him back. I'm at war with Maggie Dyer. And like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to wander out the front door of the Gambler McCabe's. We're going to attack to take this speakeasy, then this brewery, and then I was saying we were going to attack to take this hotel, but I don't think we can. I don't think it's actually possible to attack hotels. So, we ransack that place. That'll be 20 days. Do you know what? We might be able to take it after we've taken these two. But other than that, what I'm going to do then is I'm probably going to focus on getting very presumptuous. I'm probably going to come down here. Now, they've only one place down here, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to probably attack this minor faction. The Crimson Campaios. Jordan's Rock Posse. Oh, I have to make a choice. I think I might go for... Campaios only appear to have one building, so I think I'll go for these guys. So we're going to attack that minor faction, which means that I can come to a bit of an agreement with this minor faction, Los Romeros. I was thinking last week I might be on the way to wiping them out, so I'm going to see if we can do a bit of a deal. So here's the beginnings of the deal that I want to do. I am storing 1,500 units of alcohol. And consumption at the moment is 21. Production is 99, consumption is 21. I have put every single brewery producing rack, at least, if not top shelf. They're all producing the highest that they can produce. Fulton Market is consuming 11 swill. I have 900 of that. 919. Nobody will buy it from me. I haven't managed to disguise any of it and sell it to anyone. So what I'm going to do... if we look at Fulton Market's status is so deadly, it's gone off the chart. The chart is not even big enough to contain how deadly Fulton Market is, and that is because of the amount of killings that are going on. With our wars against various people, we're at war with Dean O'Banion, we're at war now with Maggie Dyer. So it's deadly, and that is driving down the prosperity in the area. So that means there's going to be a demand for swill for quite a long period of time. So I'm not producing any more swill. I'm hoping it'll be consumed. And I'm going to see about selling off some of the whiskey that Cyril's dad gave us, his daddy, gave us in the last episode. Where the hell is that contact? It's over here anyway, 275. We have no need for all of that, so I'm going to see about selling some of that off to Los Romeros. So I'm offering Los Romeros an all merciful amount of hooch. And they are going to give me 8.5 grand. Most of that is coming from the whiskey. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and use some of this money to up the production in some of my breweries. Get them producing whiskey and sell it to minor factions. So I'm going to confirm that trade. Oh, yeah. And they have agreed. And there, all the money is gone again. I've spent it on upgrading one of the breweries, but also on upgrading the draw in a few places, and I've actually had to shut the Rose of Tralee and Dientas and Pochine because the suspicion was getting too high. So it was possible that they might get raided. I think we did get a raid from the cops a couple of episodes back, and I had to pay them a grand to make them go away. So I've just temporarily closed the buildings. So you can see my my income has dropped a bit. And so has the amount of alcohol we're producing, because like I said, one of the places is now closed. I'm going to get the gang. We're going to bring them out onto the streets. So they're still inside the Gambler McCabe's where they were the last day. And once he gets suspicious...
Who's this?
Okay, so poor owl Jez is probably worried. Probably worried about... what's his face? What should I do here? I mean, we can just... do you know what? We'll just one-shot him. We'll just one-shot him.
I'm on it. I'm gonna batter you.
One, come on. Them lads just looking around.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Victory!
So we could start trying to, like I said, upgrade the abilities of other characters. But Frankie still has some way to go to get to 100 kills with the come on. Oh, they do not have good security in here. We fought the good security, I think, already. In the casino. Oh, you are in a bad position. Oh, everyone in here is in trouble.
I'm on it. I'm gonna break your face in.
I think this is a return to the glory days. This is what Frankie Donovan used to look like in the glory days. There you go.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Oh, happy days. Hey.
He's a great man for the Lone Wolf achievement, which is just to basically not hire any gangsters. We will take over. Speakeasy. Confirm. I've been meaning to name some place after him for the last while, so I'm going to name this Speakeasy after Awesome Waves. He does the thumbnails for these videos, so for the 50-part CK3 series, and for the last CK3 series, and for this one. He's also streaming over on Twitch. His link is in the description below. Please do go and support him. He's speedrunning Final Fantasy VIII. I think he's number 3 on the leaderboards at the moment. Now, I wanted to call it something like Awesome Waves Plays the Blues, or Awesome Waves Piano Blues, but I couldn't fit any of those in, so it's just Awesome Wave Blues. And the reason is that for the last while, the poor man has been haunted by the blue screen of death.
Come here to me.
So now you can understand why Maggie Dyer just offered us a truce, but he's not going to get it.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
It was looking weird there for a second because he was still standing. Just like Liam. Oh god, he's bleeding all over the air. So Maggie wanted a truce with us. I think it's going to be a fight to the end with Maggie. We've become enemies with the Saltus gang. They were paying us a couple of bob every week to protect them.
I will, of course.
Right away.
They could well be in trouble. I think what we will do with Frankie... well, it's going to be a... never mind, I was going to say it's going to be a one-shot anyway. There's no line of sight on him. Let's try and get some skills with some other people. I presume that's a melee attack, so Jez will get... after 10 kills with the axe or with the knife, Jez will get something. We have Eddie. I've given Eddie 38.
Ah, yeah.
Good man. And Eddie. And I've also given him one of the model 1895s. Now, I was thinking about maybe removing the sniper from Nora, but it does deal a good chunk of damage. The only problem is she can't move.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Victory!
It would be great if we could give her 2 rifles, but that doesn't make any sense. So, it's 2 action points to use that rifle, or to use the sniper. And other than the casino that we were just in, we've never been out of range, like that badly out of range. We've ended up in areas where people have been right beside us, but we've had to go through a maze to get to them. But we've never, like, desperately needed really long-range shots. So I don't know. We'll see about it. We will take over. And you know what? It's cheap to change, and I don't know if we need another brewery. We're making more than we can sell to the minor factions, and as far as I understand, they actually have infinite money. So I think, therefore I am going to build a brothel. I knew this would eventually happen someday. I managed to click OK before I actually explained the name of the brothel. I have decided to call this place Pussy Galore. And this is from the Irish spelling of the word galore, or the phrase galore, which means many or sufficiently. And this is where the English word galore comes from. There are a lot of words in the English language and in American slang which are influenced by the Irish language. One of my favourites is the word snazzy. Cyril is looking very snazzy. And that comes from the Irish word snásta, which means polished or glossy. Now, there are people who would claim that every single word of American slang comes from the Irish language. And the biggest culprit of this is a book called How the Irish Invented Slang. Its author couldn't speak a word of Irish when he started writing and researching the book, and what he basically did was he got obscure Irish-English dictionaries and just started searching for words that had similar sounds and similar meanings in Irish and in American slang, and decided that the Irish created them. One of the worst examples, I think, would be that the Irish invented the word sucker. So there's a sucker born every minute. That phrase was coined by an Irish-American gangster, but the word sucker does not come from Irish. The other terrible example is jazz, that the Irish created the word jazz from the Irish te, which is hot, and das, which is nice, and that these two words were stuck together to become tas, which I think actually is a word that the Irish use, but that this then became jazz. So there's no real proof of this. This is all very spurious, but you'll often see it being thrown around as established fact. The Irish created the word jazz. The Irish created everything. We created absolutely everything. But galore is definitely one word we created, so there you go. Pussy Galore. We are outside the front of Pussy Galore. And look at that, actually, that's terrible timing. For them. We'll shoot around the corner. I have no idea what they're doing in here. I've seen them in here a couple of times. This is it now. This is our lives from now on. Just combat. We have been given a mission by the Canadian Maple Association, where we actually have to go and make contact with them. Again, like I said, we might as well. Can I take out the guy at the back? Oh, we don't have a line of sight. What's going to happen here, if I'm right?
Take that, you fucking gobshite.
Never mind. I was hoping he'd take out one, and then he'd just take out another. I'm getting very overly confident in Frankie. She's still worried. For 224 more rounds. Lads, you're grand. You're grand. This is something that happens from time to time. They actually do have a way in here, but I have seen combats where people are dragged in. What's even worse is when you're dragged into a combat. So if these were enemy guards and we're in here, but we can't get out to them. Let's say this area was inaccessible to us. I'm not too sure how the combat ends at that point in time. Maybe you can exit through here. I'm not really too sure. But we will delay you guys. We will delay you. You're grand. You're grand. There's Eddie. Good man, Eddie. I wonder what Eddie says when he misses. We're not going to find out today anyway. It's telling me it's still Eddie's turn. Eddie probably has some mad ability that he gets back an action point when he kills somebody. I'll have to check that. So... or maybe it's, I'll check that out in a second.
Gotcha.
Nora.
Let's do this.
Don't think she'll have sight. No. That old ape definitely won't have anything. Oh. It's always Cyril they go for. He looks too snazzy. He looks too snazzy. He looks too snazzy not to shoot.
I'm on it. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Victory!
That's the bee's knees.
What should I be focusing on with Frankie? Should I be focusing on his handguns or the American wake? Probably the handguns. Probably the handguns. Eddie Callahan has been made. Okay, we'll go and pick him up so at the bakery or wherever he is. So this now is what Fulton Market looks like. We've taken out everything except this building that we ransacked, so it's going to be 11 days before it opens up. I think what we'll do is we'll head down to... where are they? St. James's Gate? To meet with the Canadian Maple Association. I have a feeling they're going to want us to take over a brewery or something. I think we'll go down to them. And that'll give us a bit of a delay. We can take that building. We can take that building up there. After that. And then maybe push into some other areas. That's a terror that they wouldn't even let him in the door. Hello, Frankie. Glad you could make it. Sure, what's this about? Cyril, where were you? I've got my eye set on a nice spot of land nearby. I think it could be a place that would mutually benefit both of us, if we could get our hands on it. Unfortunately, it happens to be inhabited by a group of marauders and ruffians. Oh my god, what? In our city? I can get them out of there. It's a free country. Yeah, I can get them out. I knew I could count on you. And don't worry. You will be handsomely rewarded for your efforts. I knew we could count on you. Is that the royal we? Is that the royal we? That person beeping, do they know me or do they know you? I'm on it. Right, so we've completed a mission to talk to somebody. We need to take over a shipping storeroom. Let's see where that is. Nearby, says he. Well, that's St. James's Gate. That's where we've just met him. And the bit of land, it's nearby. Here's Chinatown. There is the shipping storeroom. Here, however, is a taxi rank. And here is a brothel that belongs to Maggie Dyer. So what we're going to do is, if I can zoom in, I need to zoom in first of all. We are going to materialize from this taxi. The clown car noise is very suitable. Clyde has learned a new talent. Is it lying in bed? Is that what you've learned? Shattering impact. Melee attacks have a 100% chance to destroy target armor. Give them submachine guns. We have a ton of submachine guns. Melee attacks now have a 60% chance to cause knockout. His melee isn't great. His melee actually isn't great. I don't think any of those are great. Not really pushed about giving him a submachine gun. He's on 66. Cyril's on 71. Does that include with the the submachine gun penalty, which I think is a 15. So he could drop to a 51 if we give him a submachine gun. None of those are of any use to me. You'll go on. Knock somebody out.
Fuck yes.
We're heading down in this direction. Not even... That is... Lads, that is the worst... Yeah, well done! Yeah, that's it. What was over in the corner? What was over in the corner? Frankie. We'll get him to swap to the old,
Take that, you fucking gobshite.
handgun.
Moving.
Oh... Lads.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Victory!
That's the bee's knees.
I'm glad we killed that guard, because I was not going to hire her. I was not going to hire her. In the door. And let's see what exactly these dark desires are. Everyone's always inside the office. We get Frankie to be mobile.
It's already done. I'm gonna batter you.
And out he is with the pistol. If he doesn't kill, it'll give Jez a chance to get some kills up.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about.
Great.
Nice. We will take over. We might as well... Oh, definitely. With those prices, definitely. We will leave it as a brothel. And this time, I won't forget to explain the name. I saw an article recently discussing the change in society that the Great Hunger generated. The breakdown in family structures, the breakdown in societal structures. But one of the quotations was that you saw the introduction in the aftermath of the Great Hunger of matchmakers who carried out what were described as mercenary matches. You ended up in a scenario where there was this massive discrepancy between the age of the husband and wife in marriages which were arranged, and quite often they were being arranged on purely economic grounds. What could these two partners bring to the marriage? Now, one of the most famous matchmakers in Irish lore, he didn't operate until well after the famine, though, after the Great Hunger, was Dan Paddy Endy. And that's because he's been popularised by a very famous Irish playwright, John B. Keane. Most notable for The Field. But Dan Paddy Endy was a real historical character, a matchmaker. I can't remember, is the play called The Man with Three Names? Or is that a biography that was written of him? But somebody in the Discord, the Senate, suggested Dan Paddy Endy as a brothel name. Instead, we're going to go with Dan Paddy Hendy. And with that, with our tale of matchmaking and woe in post-famine Ireland, we have discovered, after the rumble in Dan Paddy Hendy, that's you don't want a rumbly one. That's not. Nora Quinn found a lead on the location of Maggie Dyer's safe house. So we now know where her safe house is. Day one, when this game came out, the only thing you knew was where the safe houses were. So just get a couple of gangsters and go around and wipe out everybody. You could finish the game in about an hour. So now we're going to see where she's based. I thought she was back in Fulton Market. We'll pause quickly to see where... Lads, I gave you a lot of whiskey. Oh, Jesus, nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. It was Fulton Market. We were right. Right next... Oh, man. Right next door to Awesome Wave Blues and across the road from the Gambler McCabe's. So back we're probably going. It'll be a tough one. These boss missions aren't easy. We'll finish the CMA's mission and then we'll head down and we'll take that out. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't do this. They're running through an area with some thugs. It's possible... Smart. The thugs did not attack. Wait, they might actually be thugs that...
Right away.
Yeah, so from what I can understand, these thugs are actually protecting this building. Right, okay. Actually, I do want to talk to you.
Can do.
I think. Do I? Wait,
Sure thing.
this build... No, okay. Okay, we have to go back in this direction. This building belongs to somebody else.
I'm on it. Right away.
It belongs to whatever this gang is. It's not telling me, is it? It's Reyna.
I'm on it.
If I just ambush, or do I actually have to declare war on Reyna first of all? Yeah. We have to declare war on him. Okay, back to Fulton Market to deal with Maggie first of all, and then we'll declare war on Reyna. So this is it, our first big boss combat. I'll get those guys to hold up a second. Oh, right, we better come up here. I don't want the any vans or anything getting in the way. They're getting suspicious. So this is going to be our first big boss combat. We could see people killed here. I was just a second too late.
You're finished.
Right away.
Now we're not going to see people killed here. We'll see these guys killed. Dr. Quinn will be down to you in a minute, don't you worry. And you can see they have hefty armor already. We could just... Oh, it won't kill outright.
In your face, you fucking gobshite.
And she's actually going to attack next. Actually, both of them are. This will deal ever so slightly more damage. If it hits. And he's bleeding. So we're going to see gangsters with higher initiative and higher armor. Now. I forgot to check what why Eddie sometimes gets to move again after he shoots somebody. Okay. Maybe it's just a bug. Because he can't do anything now. But he did get back an action point. In all fairness, we haven't been hit by any major bugs. People standing after they've been killed. That's about it.
Right away.
Actually, do you know what?
Right away.
Nothing else we can really do. I don't think Cyril's going to be able to hit from there. Cyril wouldn't be able to hit if he was standing right next to her. Cyril, I swear to God. Cyril, if your father saw this, we might as well. We as might as well. Oh, Jesus, how many of these are there? What will we go with? We'll go back to the trying to get the pistol upgraded.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Victory!
That's the bee's knees.
We'll pause because you didn't see nothing, cop. You didn't see nothing. We're going in. We're going in to talk to our friend. He's a friend of ours.
What are we doing?
We're going in. We're not doing anything until the cop goes away. Just shh.
Go on.
Yes, love?
Everyone is healed. You might see that I have taken
What is it?
the armor off of Nora. Should I take Frankie's armor off of him and give it to Nora? I've given Nora's armor to
Talk to me.
Eddie. Eddie, I don't want to talk to you. You keep talking about the 6 in a row. I know, Eddie. I know. Dublin won 6 in a row. It's fine. Shut up. So
Go on, so.
Eddie has slightly lower armor than Frankie, and if Nora's going to be using long-range weapons, I'm trying to think strategically about a game that involves you running around bashing people's heads in when it come on. Come on in, and we'll see what we can do. Actually, that's a great name for a speakeasy. The Come On In. There you go.
Of course.
Probably our next speakeasy. Right. Our first boss combat. We mightn't all be making it out of this alive. Not all of us might make it out of this alive. Let's go.
I'm on it.
Oh, mother of mercy. Oh, merciful hour. So, you can see that they have a level 6 gangster. I think that's what those are. Is it level 6? Oh, this does not look good. Oh, this does not look good. We may have bit off more than we can chew. Oh, this does not look good.
I'm gonna step on you. Gotcha.
And of course, we end up in an absolutely terrible starting position. Absolutely terrible. Holy hell. That is a terrible starting position. Do I want to... We can't kill that guy outright. If I get to there, we're putting Frankie in a position where he's basically standing in the middle of a room with a lot of people to shoot at him. But the other thing is that we are guaranteeing a kill. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get him to there. Oh, this could be bad.
I'm gonna break your face in.
And of course he doesn't actually kill her. Oh, Frankie.
Understood.
So that means that he is not going to have that for a while. Now, what we could do... Yeah, I think it's probably going to be the best. We could focus on taking out all their gangsters. The problem there is that we're going to be taking a lot of pressure from them. So, if we were, on the other hand, to kill Maggie quickly... That's it, Frankie. You take all the bullets. Good man. You take all the bullets. Some of these people also have grenades. Take a shot at the target. If it hits, it deals 1 weapon damage and removes armor. Does it have a line of sight on Maggie from where she is? No. Here I am talking about how we're going to try and kill Maggie quickly, and it could be that we're going to see Frankie killed quickly. Now we'll get Nora to there, and she won't be able to use that infield. Should have probably killed the one over there. Oh, Lord. Somebody's going to drop a bomb into the middle of this, and we're in a lot of trouble.
Affirmative.
Right. So here's one of their... God damn it.
On my way.
Here's one of their gangsters.
Kill this piece of shit.
As in an actual character that we could have hired. Oh dear God. Cyril's hair trigger has activated. Cyril's furious. Fair play, Cyril.
Oh, this isn't good.
I'm on it.
Of course, he has an ability that lets him strike back. He has somehow gained some extra health. I'm not too sure what happened. And do you know what? I'm not going to ask too many questions.
Another bomb.
How did he gain that health? Does he have an ability? Right, she's put an Overwatch on the group. If Jez maybe gets her bleeding, or do we want to pretty much deal as much damage as humanly possible now at this stage. Oh, merciful hour. Eddie. Right. Oh, he's got no more turns. Have to skip his move. So Frankie's now dying as well. Nora will have to... Oh, lads. Right. You heal Frankie.
Hey, let's do it.
Frankie, you're dying. Now is not the time. Cyril. Cyril, I did not expect it would be you doing this. Execute
Right away.
Maggie Dyer.
I'm terribly sorry about this, but it had to be done.
Oh, that's the nicest execution ever.
Swell.
Okay, that wasn't the nicest
Snap
execution
to.
ever. Now. And I got an achievement. The lion sleeps tonight. This is the first time that I've actually killed a gang boss. Everyone is scared. Their boss is dead. Not everyone. Not everyone. But a good chunk of them are running for it. When you see a snazzy fellow like Cyril murder your boss, you know, what other way are you going to react? I'm not entirely too sure how Frankie held on there. Oh God, we were lucky that that he started bleeding out. I think I took that trait at the very start because I knew that there was a good chance that he was going to die. Most of these people are just running for it. Like we could just let them go, or we could kill them all where they stand, or try to at the very least. Will we hit Eddie as well? No. Eddie's ducking. Good man, Eddie. Oh, merciful hour. Now, if we put Cyril on... Oh, Cyril can't do the sweep because... I could have him... It's a pity that they won't at least just show you the range. We have a couple of really good targets, but I don't think we could take them out. So Grace McKee is somebody that you could actually hire. And if we just let her get out the door, you see, they're running for it. We could hire her in future. Now, of course, we won't be hiring her in this playthrough, but just in case it ever happens that an Irish American character ends up working for a gang that we're taking on. Lads, this was very close. This was very close. You should have just kept running. This was ridiculously close. We need Dale. And by Dale, I mean Clyde. Your man up there is poisoned. Now, I don't know what that means. Is he actually losing... I should have checked that. Is he losing HP, or have I just put Frankie in the middle of open combat? We could take him out. Where's... Oh yeah, she's way over there, isn't it? I forgot about her. She's out in the middle of nowhere. She has a strange God damn it. She has a strange technique. It's not great throwing technique. She lifts her lead leg. I'll have to send on some videos of javelin throwing to the Empire Sin guys. She should be planting the lead leg as she throws. Oh wait, no, that's the close range. There he is again.
That's excellent.
I don't know, is he dying from the poison? We had better just make sure. Oh, somebody has regained their composure. That's not great, because I was hoping to get Frankie to move. Oh, that's not great at all. Will Nora be able to take that guy out? Nobody can take him out. Oh, god damn it. Frankie, do you even know how to fight? Do you even know how to fight, Frankie?
I'm on it.
This should be the new boss. That person there should be the new boss. They're doing a way better job. Cyril, we won't give out to you. We won't give out to you. You've done fantastic as it is today. I'm going to shoot him in the gut.
Problem.
Yes!
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
That's the bee's knees.
Merciful hour. That was close. That was close and stressful. Frankie Donovan took 156 points of damage. That man is mostly holes now at this stage. I think there's more holes in Frankie than there is in actual body parts. We have gotten... Just a round of applause, please. Fantastic. Dire Straits. That is absolutely awesome. So it's another rifle. This is probably better than the American Wake. It has a better name. Use some of that dire charm to put your enemies in the worst possible situation. Oh, lads, I'm shook from that. We got 3 grand for defeating them. We take the loot. Faction eliminated. We will take this place over. What do we do? Do you know, yeah. We'll call it, speak easy. I'm confused. I'm confused and shook. And so proud am I of the name that I came up with outside the door. A perpetual reminder of Frankie's failure to kill anybody with his come on at the start of the combat. Cyril, I didn't think you were going to make it out of this alive. I've given out to you a lot, Cyril. My God, the performance that man put in today. So we're going to call this place the Come On In.
First round's on
Maggie,
me, boys. Here. It's a shame to see you go out this way.
Frankie...
I hope it's not too hot in hell for you, you bitch.
Oh, Jesus. Now, Frankie, I would not advise that you drink anything, because, I mean, it's just going to come pouring out of him. He'll take a pint, and it'll just come just out of his chest and out of the holes in his back and his belly. You killed Maggie Dyer, the boss of White City Circus. Her entire empire is now yours. She had it coming. Oh, Lord, if they give me... Are they going to give me options to rename all the buildings? Are they going to tell me we've taken over everything? I've gotten another achievement. Jack of all trades, master of none. I think that's to have 5 of each racket. You have defeated White City Circus. The war is over. Things are just hotting up in Ireland. Late November 1920, you had Bloody Sunday. And you had the Kilmichael ambush. Everyone gets confused. Not everyone, but... Americans tend to kind of ask, wait, I thought Bloody Sunday was in the 70s. There was at least 4 major events in Irish history called Bloody Sunday. So Bloody Sunday 1920, where the squad, assembled by Michael Collins, took out members of British intelligence in Dublin, and the British forces responded by going to a Gaelic football match, where they thought people involved with the killings of the intelligence officers had gone, but they shot into the crowd and shot members of the crowd, created a stampede. A couple of people were killed in the stampede. I think they started the whole thing by pulling up in armoured trucks and shooting a 10-year-old child out of a tree. So it was quite a brutal period in Ireland at this moment in time, and it's brutal here as well. That'll teach him. Frank, Jesus, look, he's going to fall over. And we still have White City Circus guards. You're probably in a bad place. Right, I'm going to pause quickly. We're going to get Nora to heal what the hell is left of Frankie Donovan. We're going to zoom out and see what the world looks like now. Now, it doesn't look like we actually gained a lot of territory. We can tell which ones we gained, because they don't have stupid names. Well, they do, but not... so there's Brian's Brew. There's Thug. That's a terrible name for a place. There's Casino Marino. But if we look down here, we have Forbidden Fruit. I'd never call something Forbidden Fruit. Up here, then, in Chinatown, we have Moonlight Tavern. We have Naughty Nudes. And we have The Sable. And we also got the Gala Casino. So I'd say we probably got about 5 buildings or something. So the Gala Casino is back up and running. There it is. And I'm not too sure we enemies with Reyna. Now, of course, the thing is, we're pretty much going to have to go to war with Reyna in the next episode to take the place belonging to the Canadian Maple Association. So, yeah, it's a continuous war from here on in. I'll leave it until the start of the next episode to pull the Scooby Gang out of the Come On In. There's the Awesome Wave Blues and the Come On In. Oh man, I didn't realize that they're right next door to each other. They're going to be competing against each other. Or for patrons. Man, that's a busy end of the street. 2 giant casinos, 2 speakeasies, brothel, in case you're so inclined. So to end today's episode, what I've done is I have actually given Dire Straits to Eddie Callahan. It's quite similar to the American Wake, and I think all of the weapons are probably quite similar that you get for each of the unique characters. If I had picked Maggie Dyer, if I'd played as her instead of Frankie Donovan, then I would have had a mission tree to go through, at the end of which Dire Straits would have been the reward. But if you're facing them as an enemy, you get their weapon for killing them. So they kind of have the weapon all along. I think. I don't know if they can actually use their unique weapons in the game, or if it's just purely a reward for you for killing them. I've also reopened up Denthas and Pochin and the Rose of Tralee, which I had closed because the suspicion level was high. We're getting to a point in the game now, I've only killed 1 out of the... Is it 4 or 6 enemy? I can't even remember. But I've only killed 1 of them. I only got a handful of speakeasies and things, but now it's getting to a stage where there's just too many. And this is pretty much what the end game is going to be. It's good fun. Can't argue. Going around baiting lads, but this is pretty much all that we have now until we have killed everyone, is just baiting heads in. From what I understand, the bosses, as you kill them off, the remaining bosses kind of become more powerful. There can be only one. So they advise that you should leave the... I won't say the easiest boss until the end, but whoever the kind of the boss that you don't want becoming really, really powerful. So you can imagine if you're going up against Frankie Donovan, maybe it'd be a good idea to take him out early, instead of the game kind of making him more powerful as time goes on. That's what I think anyway, I'm not too sure. Not too sure if I'm explaining this very well. But who would you advise that I should go after next? We have the Janas, we have Soltis, we have Reyna, we have Frank Reagan, and we have Dean O'Banion. Who should I go after next? I do have my options up in the right-hand corner to take over the shipping room from Reyna, or to acquire any other large brewery. So we don't necessarily have to go to war with Reyna, but I'd be interested to see who people, especially people who maybe play the game, who you would advise that I should go after next. Some of the battles have been dragging of recent because they are all pretty repetitive, but that was a big kick to the system there. Going into Maggie Dyer's safe house, taking the battle to her and her very best gangsters, her strongest gangsters. Man, it was not looking good there for a while. It was not looking good. It was almost game over in its totality, because if Frankie Donovan had died, that's the end of the game, and I am very lucky that I took that trait at the very start, that he bleeds out instead of dying. And considering that Nora was spending so much time around him, maybe it would have been better if I had taken that trait for her early on as well. The one that... oh no, that's if you're within a couple of feet of Nora that you bleed out instead of dying. So no, that wouldn't have made much of a difference. But a fantastic, absolutely fantastic performance by Cyril. He was polite, he was considerate as he took out a shaving razor and slit Maggie's throat. He was very considerate about it, fair play to him, and basically caused a panic. And we didn't have to take on their elite guard and their elite gangsters. As always, thank you very much for joining me on this episode. If you haven't done so already, please do like and comment and subscribe. Like and subscribe at least anyway, because they make numbers go up, and I do like watching numbers go up. It's great fun. And as always, I would strongly suggest that you like, and if you haven't done so, subscribe, because if you don't, there's a good chance that you will find yourself in some dire straits. Thank you for joining me on this episode, and I will talk to you on the next one.